Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Stranger Things, issue number 2 from IDW and Dark Horse Comics. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that we're getting a crossover between Turtles and Stranger Things. Of all the crossovers, these two franchises don't seem like they would mesh really well together, but they've been surprisingly good so far. So in issue number 2, we start off with the Turtles, or I should say we start off with Donnie and Raph, and they are locked up inside containment rooms with half of the Stranger Things gang. The rest of the gang is with Michelangelo and Leonardo. So they're stuck in this room. They can't get it open. And Raph's like, you know what? Screw this. I'm just going to kick the damn door down. So yeah, he smashes the doors open and they're free. And so they are basically they're in this laboratory that belongs to Baxter Stockman, or at least a laboratory that Baxter Stockman is affiliated with. In the last issue, we ended that issue with Raphael, Donatello, half of the Stranger Things gang, and 11 being captured by Baxter Stockman and these scientists. So that's where they're at right now. They're in some kind of weird underground laboratory. Meanwhile, Michelangelo, Leonardo, and the rest of the Stranger Things gang, I keep referring to them as the gang because I am not a Stranger Things watcher. I've never seen an episode of Stranger Things. My very, very, very little knowledge of Stranger Things comes from Dead by Daylight. So, yeah, I have like almost no knowledge whatsoever on the series. So, coming into this series kind of blind in terms of Stranger Things. Obviously, I am more than familiar with the Turtles. For anyone who's even watched any of my videos, you will know I'm a huge Ninja Turtles mark. So, yeah. Back to this. The other half of the gang and the Turtles are checking out this subway. Basically, they decided to split up in the last issue. Some will go after Baxter Stockman and see, what he's after. The rest of them would be going around checking out the subway system in Manhattan because they've found a bunch of demi-dogs, or I should say demi-dog Mausers, and they want to make sure that they're able to find all of them and kill them and stop them before they can get onto the top side, like onto the surface, and start wreaking havoc on the civilians. So yeah, they're checking down the subway when they come across this abandoned train where they find some dead bodies, some dead humans, and also spores. That's I guess is a gate to the upside down world, which is where the Demogorgons come from. I am very familiar with this because it's in the Dead by Daylight game. It's one of the abilities. You can put down like spores and create gateways to travel across the maps. So yeah, they're basically investigating this subway filled with these spores and this gate, trying to figure out how to stop it, when all of a sudden Demogorgons pop out. And so we have a sweet battle where Leonardo and Michelangelo are just fighting these Demogorgons. And yeah, it's cool. If you ever wanted to see Ninja Turtles fight Demogorgons, or Demogorgons, however you pronounce it, this is definitely the issue for you. Because that's what we get. We get just a cool little montage scene of them fighting. Meanwhile, the gang is like, hiding because they can't really do much. And yeah, as this group is fighting, we go back to the laboratory where the other group is making their escape. And they come across this section where they see a bunch of these scientists. And Baxter Stockman and 11 are kind of like strapped and suspended in these weird contraptions. And what's going on is that 11 is having this dream or illusion where she sees herself with the cop. I don't know his name, but she's like living with the cop. And the cop basically explains that, you're free. Like, if you want to go explore the world, you can. You don't have to be locked in here. You just got to open up the door. And so she tries to open the door, but it's locked. And he's like, come on, kid. Like, everything you've ever wanted and been waiting for. You're not going to let that little door stop you, right? Put some muscle into it. And it turns out that this cop is not actually the cop from the series. It's actually Baxter Stockman. Basically, he's projecting this illusion because he's trying to trick 11 into opening up this gateway, because she can open up portals to other dimensions. Why exactly they're trying to do this, it's not explained in this issue. I'm sure we're going to get the answer to that in the follow-up issue, because the turtles even bring them up. Like, why the hell is he trying to open up these gateways? This is like a terrible idea. We have no idea what's on the other side, what can sneak through, what kind of damage it can do to us in the world. But yeah, if 11 opens up the door in this illusion, then the door slash gateway in the real world will open. So the turtles have to find a way to stop her. And that's actually where I am going to stop when it comes to describing what goes on in this issue, because I want you guys to go check out the rest of it for yourself. I will say it's pretty cool. I mean, I like the fact that we're using the OG turtles. That's another thing I was never expecting. First off, I was never expecting a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Stranger Things crossover. I was definitely never expecting the return of the Mirage Ninja Turtles. And that's what we get. We get the OG Ninja Turtles with the red bandanas and just totally okay with butchering and murdering things. like I said, I mean, we have the turtles murdering Demogorgons, which you might be thinking, I mean, they're Demogorgons. Who cares if they go and start killing them? But we also have a scene where Raphael, basically, he gets his size back and he starts murdering the guards that are protecting these scientists. He kills them with like no problem whatsoever. Like, he doesn't even blink. He just, as soon as the guards turn around, he slaughters them. So if you're down for reading some turtles who are totally okay with killing, yeah, go check out the OG Mirage run and check out this series, because that's what you're getting. So again, it's cool. Like I said, I freaking love the OG turtles. My favorite turtles are obviously the classic 80s cartoon series and the OG Mirage turtles. It's been the classic cartoon series for the longest time, because I never read the comics until just recently. A couple years ago, actually, I think, was it last year or the year before, where I went through the entire volume 1 of Ninja Turtles, and I did a review for every single issue, including all the guest era stuff and all the spin-offs. You can check that out. There's a playlist for that on this channel. And I'm currently going through every single issue of volume 2, including all the spin-offs, and that will hopefully get uploaded at some point soon. But I am just falling in love with the OG Turtles. They are awesome. They are amazing. So it was so great to see them come back, even if it's just for a short little spin-off. I'm just glad to see them back. I'm glad to see just the cool, badass, gritty turtles. And I feel like they're a perfect fit to go against the Demogorgons and other Stranger Things creatures. Yeah, artwork is great, like always. I freaking love the artwork for this series. It really captures the look for the turtles. It captures like their OG style. Characterization is good. I don't know about the characterization for the Stranger Things characters, because again, I haven't seen it, but the kids talk like kids. They act like I would assume they act like on the show. Characterizations for the turtles is pretty spot on. And for someone like me who is only aware or only has knowledge on half the franchise in this crossover, it does a pretty good job of making sure I'm not lost. So like I said, I know nothing about Stranger Things. I know pretty much a lot of stuff about Ninja Turtles. So anything that deals with the Ninja Turtles and their villains and stuff like that and just their lore, I'm already aware of. Anything that deals with the Stranger Things, I'm not. I'm completely brand new. But this series does a good job of making sure that you're caught up regardless of how knowledgeable you are of both franchises. Like the Demogorgons explains, what they are, the Upside Down world, how they get into this world, 11 and her powers and stuff like that. So everything is kind of explained. So if you've never seen Stranger Things, you're not going to be lost when you're reading this. If you've never checked out any of the turtle stuff, you're not going to be lost. So I'm glad for that. I'm glad that it's pretty much a good series for newbies. You can just jump right in. You don't have to have any knowledge of any of the characters, and you can still follow the story perfectly well. And yeah, it's kind of just rambling at this point. This is awesome. I love it. This is a really good run so far. Really surprising. I was not expecting this crossover to ever happen, and I was not expecting it to be as good as it has been so far, but it's been really, really good. So there you go. There's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Stranger Things. issue number 2 from IDW and Dark Horse Comics. I highly recommend it. Go check it out. It's an awesome series so far. 2 very good issues. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for a notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlists that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.